DCeased, War of the Undead Gods, issue 5, Tom Taylor writing with Trevor Hairsine and Neil Edwards on the art. So is this the first one, at least in this series, where Hairsine's had another artist helping out?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't remember any other ones, but this issue, big in scope, big concept. You've got the Guardian saying we have to, not help all these planets. We have to protect the power battery. As soon as they reveal that there's Erebus is like the source of this equation that's spreading the virus. Like, shit, protect the power battery, screw all the other planets. We can't do anything.
Come back. Yeah.
Mixie's basically having a pissing contest with Ares in the middle of all this. But the big talking point here is that one of the planets that's been attacked by the Atlantic life equation and the virus is Kilowog's homeworld. And he speeds off, and even though they're ordered not to, the entire Green Lantern Corps pretty much go off to help him, as does Superman and Mixie, bizarrely.
Yeah, much to John's chagrin, right? Because he's just been reunited with his dad, and he's like, you can't go. He's like, well, I have to. So they go to Kilowog's planet. Yeah,
and he tells John, like, he used to be there to protect, like, their home worlds and stuff while he's off helping destroy the virus and stuff, or stop the spread. There's a really dark scene here where Superman, like, saves this family of, like, Kilowog's
people. They're from I don't know what they would be.
I don't know how.
Bolivac Vix.
Yeah, so I don't know what to call their species.
Yeah.
So, but a family of Kilowog-like beings. Yes. But then immediately, like, possessed or zombified Supergirl just kills them all with heat vision, like, right after. Yeah. And it's like a really dark moment. It's like
rough go.
Superman's reaching out to, like, the burning bodies, and then he gets hit in the back with, like, we got a Sinestro powered Darkseid, blasting him with the Omega beams. And Mixie's all cocky. Mixie's like, I'm just going to turn Darkseid into like a pot of flowers or something. Not a big deal. And then, of course, he gets infected by the Mother Box, and Mixie himself turns into a giant zombified Mixie, and is basically like the most powerful force in the universe now because he's Mixapitalik. And he flies through the planet, completely destroying Kilowog's home planet.
Yep.
And is on his way to Oa to destroy the power battery, which he does. And then we get a scene where all the random Green Lanterns in space, like Kale and stuff, all start suffocating in space because their green power goes away. And then the Spectre decides to leave the Quintessence and rebuild the power battery to give them all power back. And that's where we're kind of leaving off at the end of this issue.
With the Spectre deciding to fight the agent of entropy of Mixapitalik.
Yes.
With a sword. And basically telling him to F off.
Yes, and he's holding his new power battery, which is basically single-handedly saving all the Green Lanterns right now, who are all suffocating without it.
Yeah. Well, also with the sword, which is such a cool visual.
Well, also that, but also they mentioned that, some of the Green Lanterns were in space, but some of them were just like in a planet, but they were flying, so they fell to their deaths. They're probably still dead.
Yeah, for sure. The other one that gets me is that John Stewart and Kilowog get crushed by Mixie.
Oh, yeah, they get popped like they're bugs.
But it's such this poignant moment where Kilowog's kind of like, thank you for coming to help me, because they're he leaves. Ganthet tells them that they can't help, but they go anyways, right?
Yeah.
So Kilowog's like, thank you for being with me, brother. He's like, I wouldn't be anywhere else.
Yeah,
they start to do the oath and then die, and it's like, so I talk about like earlier in the show.
Just to paint a visual of this though, because it's actually quite a cool visual. Is that Mixie's got them in his hand, which because he's huge, he's like a kaiju now, and he's got them in his hand, but they've got like a green bubble around them, right? But it's sort of starting to crush. But then there's like 5 or something other Green Lanterns who have all like lassoed onto like Mixie's fingers, trying to hold them so that he can't crush them. It doesn't help. He still pops them like a bug, and you see the blood splat, between his hand, which is a great visual. But like it's a really good visual page. It's obviously it's the death of 2 prominent Green Lantern characters. Yeah. It's quite dark, but it's a very visual splat.
Yeah, and just they're saying the oath together, and then. Because you're just like, oh man, why do I care about these fake characters so much? And it's like, well, when they're handled properly, this is what happens. But this was like complete balls to the wall, crazy. Like he is ramping up big time, after this kind of started as kind of a simple zombie story, when you add the title of War of the Undead Gods, I knew we were going to get crazier. I did not expect zombified Mixie fighting the Spectre, you know? So
again, this is just an example of using all of the toys in the toy box, as you know, in ways that make some amount of sense.
Yeah, for sure.
So you know, power to him. And you know, Hair Signs art's what it is. Like, you know, I don't always love it. I think obviously there's some good action pages here or there. Doesn't always nail the more straight character drama of talking to each other though. Yeah,
his Kilowog also seemed to be missing some of that heft, right?
Yeah.
Like, I like a beefy Kilowog. This one's kind of, you know, you can tell it's Kilowog, but it's not
did you like when he shed a tear as he said "thank you, poozers" when they all showed up?
Yeah. Like, come on now, how else do you think I'm gonna react to that? Also, I just checked, and he's Bolavaxian. That's what we.
Oh, there you go.
That's what he's dubbed. So, yeah, no, man. Yeah, the art's kind of rough in spots, but like again, the zombie Mixie looks unhinged enough just with hair signs, like heavy ink, kind of shadowy aspect. Like when he's pulling at his face, and there's, you know, the scratch marks and whatever, definitely creepy. But like you were saying, the interpersonal, just regular people standing around stuff, got a lot less to be desired, you know. But it still works. It's serviceable.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's like John and Clark like hugging each other goodbye and stuff. You know, they are there in those kind of moments. Really could be a little bit better, but it's definitely pretty solid by and large. But yeah, you know, this is kind of a weird like comeback because this one feels like it's came a bit later that we've come back to War of the Undead Gods, and it's kind of in this weird place where some time has moved on, but the issues themselves have mostly been pretty good. If not the best of the whole thing, but certainly solid. And like this is another wild issue that has some good big character deaths and just Taylor messing around with all these big concepts that are kind of fun. So yeah, nothing on his Nightwing, but pretty good. But certainly. So what are you rating DCeased War of the Undead Gods issue 5?
I'm gonna give this one a 7.
Yeah, I'd agree with a 7. Yeah, love the concepts and love like it's a lot of fun to read, but it doesn't feel like as special as important as perhaps some of his other books do, or even as much as like DCeased Unkillables did, which is still my favorite of the whole DCeased thing.
Yep.
So cool.
Long live the tree shrimp.